Today I'm super excited to say that the demo for M.E.T.H is finally out. So you can check it out on Steam, and in this video we're going to talk a little bit about what we've been up to over the last couple of months and what's new in the demo. If you've been watching our videos, you'll know that back in December we ran an alpha playtest for the game and got loads of really useful feedback. And the two big items were, one, helping differentiate the game by leaning into the IP more for gameplay systems, and two, adding more complexity and depth for players to mess around with. Part of that was completely overhauling the research system, and we did another video on that, so if you're interested then you can check it out. But the other was to rebalance the demo more around humans rather than rides. Over the last few months, we've integrated systems where guests are more aware of what's happening within the human enclosures. For example, if you have happy humans, then guests who are looking for more cultural references from humanity will really enjoy those enclosures. On the other hand, if you have not so happy humans, or maybe are experimenting on them a lot, then there are some guests that really just enjoy the sadistic nature of experimenting on humans and will lean towards those enclosures more. We've also introduced a new flow of how you build out enclosures. So you start with very basic Martian-style amenities for humans that are cheap and accessible, but maybe don't please the humans that much relative to items of their own habitat. We had a lot of fun coming up with the animations for these, but some of them we had to cut for reasons. Another element that we're adding to enclosures is human traps which pretend to service a human need, but actually perform something gruesome to entertain the more sadistic guests within the park. Piss off your humans too much though, and they're prone to escape. And one of the elements we've been working on a lot is dynamic guest behavior once a human is out of their enclosure. So you'll see them fleeing and potentially even using shelters that you've placed around the park. One thing we often get asked is, where do we get the tools for our human experiments? And that's where I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Martians for the Ethical Treatment of Humans. Martians for the Ethical Treatment of Humans have labs all over the planet and campaign for safe, responsible experimentation on humans. Projects include specially composed calming music during dismemberment or soothing aromatherapy during incineration. If you're looking for a safe, reliable partner for all your experimentation needs, then look no further. Thanks to Martians for the Ethical Treatment of Humans for the support, and now, back to the video. To integrate a lot of these new features, and also to refocus the game more around human experimentation and enclosures, then we completely overhauled the tutorial flow for the game. So for example, one of the first things you did previously was build a Ferris wheel, but with the focus now on humans, you have to experiment on them and build research points before you can unlock rides. The Ferris wheel was actually just one of the first things we built for the game, so we hadn't really considered that maybe it might want to introduce it to the player later on during gameplay. In addition to the tutorial, we've also been working on a few quality of life changes, so a lot of balance changes, for example, to speed up the core gameplay loop, and also sound effects to bring life to the park. You might have also seen that we put out the call for community members to submit their own ack sounds. So if you'd like to be in the game, just head over to marsatrax.com/ack and you can submit your recordings there. These will be used for crowd sound and ambient noises within the park, and we're also working on the effects for dialogue as well. We've heard so many acts at this point that it's kind of lost all meaning.
Said playing too many times. Word's lost all its meaning now.
This is really just the first iteration of the demo, so we'd love to get your feedback, and we've been ironing out as many bugs as we can, some more entertaining than others. But if there's anything that you come across, or you just want suggestions for what we work on next, then please let us know. We have a full in-depth financial management system planned for the next couple of months of development, but we'd love to hear your feedback for what comes next. So please, give the demo a try on Steam, and if you could leave a review, that's amazingly helpful. If you've been following our videos, you'll know we run a competition, so if you'd like to win a free Steam key of the full game, all you need to do is be a subscriber to the channel and drop a comment down below. If this is you, then please get in touch, and we'll give you a Steam key when the game comes out later this year. Today I'm super excited to say that the demo for M.E.T.H is finally available. As soon as I stop petting him, he's just like... Memorize the script while also making sure I pet him at every second of the video. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't seen the demo launch trailer, then check this out.